Hey, what's going on, guys? Archer Mark here, and I'm back with another figure for you. Today I have a Neca figure from their latest wave of Aliens figures. This is Lieutenant Ellen Ripley. And I'm really excited to bring this figure to you. Ever since we learned that Neca had gotten the likeness rights to Sigourney Weaver to finally do some Ellen Ripley figures, I knew eventually we'd get this. We started off with a really good Ripley figure from the original film, and now we get one from the 1986 James Cameron masterpiece, Aliens. So this was a must-buy either way. I don't care how bad it was or wasn't, but it's pretty good. I'll give you a close look in a moment. First, let's, of course, show you the packaging. It's very standard NECA packaging at this point. We have the Aliens logo there, and the clamshell. We have the character name down here, Lieutenant Ellen Ripley. And we have two images of the figure on either side, different images, which is nice. Just to show you. And then turning around, we get even a third image on the back, showing Ripley battling the Queen alien, which from the reviews I have seen, it's an amazing piece, and would love to add it to my collection one day if it comes down in price just a bit. It's just high for one figure. And we see a little bit of the disemboweled Bishop figure down below. And of course, the other figures that are in the wave is that Bishop figure, the Ripley here, and we have two versions of the Xenomorph Warrior. They're basically just repaints of the Warrior that was done in a previous wave. I did get one of the brown colored aliens, and seeing these figures, hopefully if they're around long enough in stores, I can kind of finally army build some Xenomorph Warriors. I can tell you from this figure and the dog alien that was released a little while back, they're a little more sturdier figures. There was a lot of problems with breakage with these alien warrior figures. So there is, of course, the bio, which we have here. The sole survivor of the Nostromo, Ripley, is discovered in cryogenic sleep 57 years later by a salvage ship. When she is taken back to Earth, Ripley learns that the company has established human colonies on the same planet where the alien attack originated. After all contact with the colony is lost, Ripley agrees to return to the planet, accompanied by a team of colonial marines. Together, they will rescue any survivors that remain and confront the alien menace head-on. For anyone that has seen the movie, of course, that does not work out quite as planned. So, now for a closer look at the figure. Let's just get rid of her accessory for the moment. And first we have the facial sculpt, which I think is really well done. I feel it definitely looks like Sigourney Weaver. Of course, when you do a figure like this, you make a copy and an example, and it has to be sent to the actor or actress, and they have to approve it. So hopefully she is happy with the way these figures look out. I think the sculpting on the hair is really nice. You know, she has that very curly hair, and it was just that big hair in the 80s. You know, that's just the way hair is very poofy, and that looks very well. You can see her outfit, the way it's sculpted and painted, with the white t-shirt, various stains, and even some rips. There's one on the armpit, which you can see when I go over the articulation. You'll see it. Various stains like the paint apps on the pants, and you just see little details that they put. The zippers on the side of the pants look really well done. And then we have the shoes, which I always like these shoes. They just look very cool. Like something that we could have here, but just a futuristic version. And I like the red and black color scheme. And we turn around, same pants, and then we get again the white shirt. And I love the detail on the bandoliers and straps on her. You know, the buckles, and it just looked very well done and looked very realistic looking. and you can see more stains there, and all the grenades painted on the pouch. Okay, we have the watch on this wrist here, which is good. Now, the figure has pretty good articulation. Not the greatest, but certainly not the worst. There's a few points that are missing. Head is on a nice ball joint, so you got left and right motion. She can look down and can't really look up. You can't get an up motion too much there. The arms are on a ball joint and move up, but not all the way. They just can't. That's all they go. They can move up, of course, forward and backwards, and you'll see there. Here's the rip in her shirt. Again, just a nice little detail. Maybe not necessary to put there, but it's nice that it's there. Single joint at the elbow, and you do get swivel at the elbow. No bicep swivel. You do have swivels and hinge joints at the wrist. It's on like a nice peg system, like a ball hole and peg there. You can sometimes have a tendency with these figures where the hands will pop off, but it just pegs right back in, so if it should happen, it's not really broken, so that's good. Upper torso, there isn't much articulation at all. There's no ab crunch or anything like that. The waist has this very tight joint and barely moves to the left and right. You know, maybe with a little hot water to loosen up, but maybe it's just, you know, I don't want to push these joints too far. I don't want to risk breakage. So that's a little disappointing. Hips are ball jointed and they move out and pretty far, as you can see. So you can get full splits there. Legs move forward and move back. And then single joints at the knees, which the joint is very much hidden by where the pants are sculpted, so that's nice. You can get swivel at the knees, and you have hinge joints up and down on the ankles. No ankle pivot. It's not quite the same amount of articulation that we get with, say, like a Marvel Legend, where we get double joints on the knees and elbows, but the articulation overall is still really good. Certainly not the worst by any means. For the most part, I would say I'm happy with it. It works for what you need it to do. As far as accessories, she has one basic accessory. One thing I want to point out, this bandolier here is a separate piece with the grenades. They're not removable. It doesn't come off, but it's not part of the sculpt. It does sort of move with the figure, which is good. Now, she does come with this one accessory, which is very well sculpted and painted. It's basically near the end of the movie. She takes the flamethrower, the Marine flamethrower, which we saw in a previous release Marine figure, and the pulse rifle, and basically just straps them together, and she uses some black tape and the strap from the flamethrower and just hooks them together so that it becomes one weapon. This is all one piece. They're glued together. They're not. You can't separate them, which is I'm fine with. You could always take a pulse rifle from one of the Marine figures if you wanted to put her with just a pulse rifle. But you can see it's really well sculpted and painted. It just looks just really well done. And you can see all the kind of like paint rubs and like scratches on the paint and silver there to make it look like it's been worn. It's been nicked up, dinged up a little bit, but still packs some really cool firepower. Okay, and of course she wields this really well. She holds it very well. She can hold either of the grips, but obviously she holds it better in the handle for the pulse rifle as opposed to the flamethrower. And you can see you can get some really good double-handed poses with this. And look, she just looks so badass and just ready for action, ready to blow away some alien xenomorphs. And it just looks the part. Just looks like a fantastic figure. Real quick, I'll just bring in, just to show you comparison, this is the Ripley figure from the first film. Just to show you, obviously, longer hair and I think the flesh tone is a little lighter on this. I like both these figures, but this is always going to be my favorite. It's such an amazing film. So this version of Ripley is my favorite of any other movie that has come out since. So there you go. It's really nice to have this figure put alongside your Colonial Marines. And one last thing for NECA, hopefully they're working on this. Can we please get a Drake or a Vasquez so we have a figure with the smart weapon? Because we've seen the pulse rifle and the flamethrower. I want to see that smart gun. You know, so NECA's got to get on that. We need a Vasquez or a Drake. Preferably Vasquez because she lasts a little longer in the movie. But anyway, either one would be fine. So there you go. This is my review of the NECA Aliens Lieutenant Ellen Ripley figure. It's a great figure. I believe this wave is just about hitting maybe within the past couple weeks. So hopefully you can find it in your Toys R Us, or maybe you can find it online. Or definitely, if you're an Aliens fan, pick this up. It's Ellen Ripley. You need to have Ellen Ripley in your collection. So it's a great figure. Hope you enjoyed this review. Please like, favorite, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until my next video, so long, and have a good day.